Hello friends. In this video we are going to talk about international travel restrictions by country, as of October 26, 2022. Find out where you can travel freely without any restrictions. Which countries have already removed all COVID restrictions? Which countries are fully open to all passengers regardless of their vaccination status? Whether you are vaccinated or unvaccinated. When we say no COVID restrictions, it means no pre-departure COVID test, no quarantine, no vaccination certificate required, and no travel ban. We will also have to tell you which countries are still banning the unvaccinated. Which countries have not moved on with the pre-departure registration. Which countries are requiring boosters from the fully vaccinated. We will discuss all countries in those categories, and give emphasis on some, which are very relevant to our viewers. Philippines, United States of America, Saudi Arabia, Canada, United Arab Emirates, Macau, Japan, Australia, Hong Kong, Kuwait, Germany, Qatar, Singapore, Taiwan, European Union countries, and Middle East countries. We group the countries into 6 categories, starting with number 1 as the most restricted countries, until number 6 for the countries that have removed all COVID restrictions. Let's find out where your country belongs to. Number 1. Countries closed for travel, except for returning citizens in some special cases. Yes, believe it or not, there are still countries closed to any kind of tourism, almost 3 years after the pandemic began. Number 2. Countries where unvaccinated foreigners are not allowed to enter except for citizens and some special cases. Number 3. Countries where unvaccinated foreigners are allowed, but are required to present a negative COVID test result. Number 4. Countries where COVID test is required from all passengers, regardless of vaccination status. Number 5. Countries that have opened their borders for fully vaccinated. No test or quarantine for the fully vaccinated. Last but not the least is number 6. These countries have scrapped all of their COVID-related restrictions. It means these countries are back to normal, like the pre-pandemic times. No test, no quarantine, whether you are vaccinated or not. But before we proceed, we would like to thank those of you who are tirelessly pressing that like button. Thank you, our dear subscribers, and welcome to the new subscribers. Please don't forget to hit that notification bell because we are going to give you more updates soon. Special thanks to our channel sponsors. Let's begin. Number 1. Countries closed for travel, except for returning citizens in some special cases. There are 16 countries in this list. But let us just highlight 2 countries here which are relevant to our viewers. China and Macau are still closed for any kind of tourism. Number 2. Countries where unvaccinated foreigners are not allowed to enter except for citizens and some special cases. Unfortunately, there remain 16 countries and territories in the world where unvaccinated foreign nationals are banned from entering their borders. Notably, Guam, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Philippines, and the United States of America. It should be noted that only unvaccinated foreign nationals are banned. Unvaccinated citizens of these countries are exempted from this restriction, but they could be subject to some other health protocols. Number 3. Countries where unvaccinated foreigners are allowed, but are required to present a negative COVID test result. So for those unvaccinated individuals who wish to travel for tourism, these are some countries that have opened their borders to the unvaccinated tourists, but with some health and COVID protocols to be followed. From this list, let's note down some countries relevant to our viewers. Here we have Brazil. In this next list we have India and Japan. Moving on, we have Myanmar, Qatar, Russia, and Singapore. Lastly, the United Arab Emirates. Number 4. Countries where COVID test is required from all passengers, regardless of vaccination status. In the last 3 groups we were talking mostly about the unvaccinated. Now, we have to highlight that this next group, though open to all kind of travelers, are requiring a COVID test from all passengers whether vaccinated or unvaccinated. Let's highlight some countries here relevant to our viewers. We have Hong Kong, Myanmar, Qatar, and Russia. If you are planning to go to these countries, you have to get your COVID test before your departure. Number 5. Countries that have opened their borders to the fully vaccinated. No test or quarantine requirement for the fully vaccinated. Let us highlight some countries relevant to our viewers. We have Bangladesh, Brazil. Next is Guam, Indonesia, Laos. Next is Pakistan, Seychelles. Lastly, the United Arab Emirates and the United States of America. Those countries do not require any COVID test or quarantine for the fully vaccinated passengers. Now we have here some special cases. There are 2 countries open to the fully vaccinated, no COVID test and no quarantine requirement. But, some passengers will be asked about their booster shots and a pre-departure online registration. These countries are Japan and the Philippines. For those planning to go to the Philippines, we have a tutorial video about the e-arrival card registration. The link will be provided in the comments section. We also have a comprehensive travel guide about the requirements to enter the Philippines, so be sure to visit the comments section to get the link to these videos. Another special case, there are 4 countries open to the fully vaccinated, no COVID test and no quarantine requirement. But, passengers are asked to complete a pre-departure online registration. Colombia, India, Singapore, and South Korea. Number 6. These countries have scrapped all of their COVID-related restrictions. It means these countries are back to normal, like the pre-pandemic times. No test, no quarantine, whether you are vaccinated or not. Let's find out if your country is already in this list. But before that, please consider to press the like, subscribe, and notification bell. Thank you very much. Here are the countries without any COVID-related restrictions and are already back to the pre-pandemic requirements. We have 119 countries in this list. Yes, so many countries are already back to normal. But, we will only highlight the countries relevant to our viewers. We have Argentina, Australia, Austria, Bahrain, and Belgium. No test, no quarantine for everyone. Next are Brunei Darussalam, Canada, Croatia, Cyprus, and Czech Republic. No test, no quarantine for everyone. We have Denmark, Egypt, Faroe Islands, Finland, France, Germany, and Greece. No test, no quarantine for everyone. Here we have Hungary, Ireland, Israel, Italy, Jordan, and Kuwait. No test, no quarantine for everyone. Next we have Lebanon, Luxembourg, Malaysia, Maldives, Malta, Mexico, and Morocco. No test, no quarantine for everyone. Here we have the Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Oman, Papua New Guinea, Poland, Portugal, and Romania. No test, no quarantine for everyone. We also have Saudi Arabia, Slovakia, Slovenia, South Africa, South Korea, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Taiwan, and Thailand. No test, no quarantine for everyone. Lastly, we have Turkey, United Kingdom, and Vietnam. No test, no quarantine for everyone. Thanks for watching. If you find this information helpful, please like this video. We also appreciate your comments and feedback. Consider to subscribe to get to see more updates like these. See you on the next update and have a safe flight to the Philippines.